When a baby cries, you give it a pacifier. When you feel stressed, lonely, or bored, you open a browser. What is the difference? There isn't one. You are an adult man using a digital pacifier to self-soothe because you cannot handle the weight of reality. You tell yourself, I'm just high libido. You tell yourself, I just need to relax. You're lying. You aren't horny. You're hiding. Let's be honest for once. Look at the timing of your relapses. Do you do it when you are having the best day of your life? Do you do it when you are crushing your goals? When you are surrounded by friends? When you feel like a king? No. You do it when you are bored. You do it when you feel rejected. You do it when you feel anxious. You do it when the silence in your room gets too loud and you need noise to drown it out. You are using pleasure as anesthesia. You are drugging yourself because you have become too weak to sit in silence with your own thoughts. You have trained your brain to be fragile. The moment life gets slightly uncomfortable, the moment you feel a pang of loneliness or a spike of stress, you run to the screen. You seek the cheap, instant hit of dopamine to make the bad feelings go away. And it works. For 15 minutes, you don't feel lonely. For 15 minutes, you don't feel like a failure. But then the screen turns off, the dopamine crashes, and you are left in the dark, feeling 10 times worse than before. This isn't about being horny. This is about cowardice. It is about a refusal to face the problems in your life. And until you admit that you are using this habit as a crutch, you will never walk on your own. Now, you might be thinking, so what? It's just a habit. It doesn't hurt anyone. Wrong. It is hurting the most important person in your life, your future self. What is the price of this comfort? The price is your fire. Let's talk about biology for a second. Sexual energy is not just about reproduction. It is the most potent, aggressive, creative fuel a man possesses. It is the fuel that builds empires. It is the fuel that lifts heavy iron. It is the fuel that makes you take risks, start businesses, and approach real partners. Nature designed that hunger to force you to conquer. It made you hungry, so you would go out and hunt. But what are you doing with it? You are spilling it on the floor for a pixelated illusion. You wonder why you feel lazy. You wonder why you have no drive to study, to work, to improve. You wonder why you are content with being average. It is because you are satiated. By watching that content, you are tricking your primitive brain into thinking you have hit the genetic jackpot. Your brain thinks, I have mated with 50 perfect women this week. I have won the game. Why should I work hard? Why should I build anything? A lion that has already eaten does not hunt. And you are feeding yourself a fake meal every single day. You are physically castrating your own ambition. You are trading your destiny for 5 seconds of pleasure. You are selling your birth right for a bowl of soup. Look at the men you admire, the greats, the warriors, the builders. Do you think they sit in dark rooms, numbing themselves every time things get hard? No. They take that frustration, that anger, that loneliness, and they transmute it. They use the pain as fuel. I'm lonely? Good. I will work on my charisma until I attract the partner I deserve. I'm broke? Good. I will work until I build an empire. But you? You simply delete the signal. You turn off the check engine light and keep driving the car until it breaks down. There is another cost, a social cost. You think you can hide it. You think that because you delete your browser history, nobody knows. They know. Shame is a frequency, and you are broadcasting it loud and clear. People can see it in your eyes. They see it in the way you can't hold eye contact. They hear it in the weakness of your voice. They feel it in your lack of presence. When you act like a scavenger in the dark, you cannot walk like a king in the light. Your subconscious mind knows what you are doing. It knows you are watching other men live while you sit there as a spectator. It knows you are seeking relief in a way that is pathetic. And because your subconscious knows this, it lowers your status. It lowers your serotonin. It makes you slouch. It makes you submissive. You walk into a room and you feel lesser than. You feel like a fraud, and people treat you like a fraud. Women can sense it. Other men can sense it. There is a specific aura to a man who is disciplined, who retains his energy, who is in control of his beast. It is magnetic. It is dangerous. It is respectable. And there is a specific aura to a man who drains himself every night. It is hollow. It is needy. It is weak. You cannot fake the confidence of a man who has nothing to hide. If you want respect from the world, you must first stop doing the things that make you despise yourself. So, how do we fix this? How do we stop being the baby with the pacifier? Most people will tell you to block the websites or count the days. That is child's play. That is external control. We need internal command. You have to learn to sit in the fire. Here's the protocol for the next time the urge hits. And trust me, it will hit. Maybe tonight. Maybe when you are stressed about an exam. Maybe when you feel lonely on a Friday night. Step 1. The pause. Do not touch the phone. Do not touch the computer. Freeze. Take your hand off the mouse. Recognize that you are in a trance state. Wake up. Step 2. The interrogation. Ask yourself the hard question. What am I actually feeling right now? Am I actually aroused? Or am I just bored? Am I anxious? Did someone hurt my feelings? Am I avoiding work? Identify the demon. Name it. I am not horny. I am just lonely. The moment you name it, the urge loses 50% of its power. Step 3. Hold the fire. This is the hardest part. This is where boys become men. Don't fix it. Don't click. Don't run. Just sit there and feel the pain. Let the loneliness burn you. Let the stress crush you. It will hurt. It will be uncomfortable. Your brain will scream at you to just take the easy way out. Let it scream. You are building a callus on your mind. You are retraining your brain to realize, I can survive this feeling without a drug. Step 4. Transmute. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. You have a massive amount of energy in your body right now. Move it. Drop and do push-ups until you fail. Sprint down the street. Write the essay aggressively. Take a freezing cold shower. Do not let the energy rot inside you. Use it. Turn the lust into labor. Turn the frustration into focus. This is the secret of the greats. They didn't have less desire than you. They just channeled it into their legacy instead of their tissue. This isn't about morality. I don't care if you think it's wrong or right. I care that it makes you weak. I care that you have a beast inside of you that is dying of malnutrition because you keep feeding it garbage. You were not born to be a spectator. You were not born to sit in the dark, watching pixels on a screen, pretending to live. You were born to participate. You were born to struggle. You were born to conquer. But you cannot win the war out there if you are losing the war in your own head every single night. So today, you have a choice. It is a binary choice. You can keep the pacifier. You can stay comfortable. You can stay safe. And you can stay small. Or you can spit it out. You can choose to face the reality of your life. You can choose to feel the pain, the loneliness, and the hunger. And you can use that fire to build a life that you don't need to escape from. The screen offers you comfort. The world offers you glory. You cannot have both. The baby needs the pacifier. The man needs the fire. Which one are you? Wake up.